Dynasty players at last! It's the Dynasty front office, and we are building you championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman, and I'm here with the three best friends anyone could ever have, starting with the auspicious Austin Bell. How you doing tonight, Austin?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. We're getting close to playoffs. As crazy as that is, one of my leagues, I was 2-14, and I won. Had a crazy week, and the commissioner was like, "Hey, man, you can make the playoffs," and I'm like, "I don't think I can." Like, we're to that point now that if you don't have a good team now, it's getting time. But I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. And that's in that COVID league. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are flying around in that league. I've been sent a couple of bad offers by your friend Matt.
That sounds about right. I mean, you could
You
have just
got a
said
great
offers
offer
and
for me
Matt
and
together.
a terrible counter.
A terrible counter. This is Major Mike Casper. How you doing tonight, Mike? I would love to
What's
go
up,
over that
Jesse?
counter. You think it's a terrible counter now?
Well, not now, no. But at the time, it was awful. Yeah, I wish but it wouldn't have helped my team if I did.
So,
but I'm good.
I offered you Josh Allen and TJ Hawkinson for Jaden Daniels and Tyler Warren
in a 0.75 premium.
Mm-hmm. My main man Chad Mendoza. How are you doing tonight? First of all,
I'm tired, but yeah, no, the trade deadline's really been kind of picking me up throughout the day, so that's been nice. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Glad to talk Dynasty with you guys. Already arguing about trades too. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, what do you think of that trade?
You have to.
What do you think of that counter that I sent him?
I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel about it, to be honest. Like it's all right. I mean,
okay.
Hawkinson does zero value to me. So
0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
he's
why
fine.
I was
He's a starting tight end or whatever.
Is he going to be your new Goddard? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he doesn't score.
Then I don't want him. Yeah. No, I tried to give him his boy Mason Taylor, and he just didn't want that. So.
And 2 seconds.
And
for Josh.
For just Josh.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I think the value is not bad, to be honest.
Yeah, I want one.
I mean, I wouldn't take it, but
right. I want one good piece. I want a quarter.
You want one elite piece,
not 2 dimes at it.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Warren feels quite strong with that, to be honest, because of what Hawk is.
That's cool. I'll hold Josh Allen. He wasn't on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Try to make a push. Oh well, 1 week too late.
Yeah. Speaking of
the intro.
Speaking of the trade deadline, what was your all's favorite move?
Adonai Mitchell going to somewhere that needs receivers.
That's your favorite move, but it's the Jets.
I mean, I don't care. He's going to be on the field now. He's not going to be outdone by Alec Pierce. So,
but can Fields get him the ball?
I mean, no, but at least he's going to be on the field now.
Alec Pierce has actually turned into a pretty
yeah, he has. He's going to get paid this offseason.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he went back to the Colts. So, does A.D. Mitchell does have another year, right?
Yeah, it might even be 2 more years.
I think 2 more years.
It's 2 more years.
This is only his second year? Okay.
It's his second year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was with Keon Coleman and those guys. Okay. Right on. What about you, Chad? Did you have a favorite move?
Not really. I think they were all kind of all of the offensive skill position ones were kind of meh to me. But I think that Mitchell one is probably the one that I'm most excited about, just because now he has even just a random shot, whereas before, I mean, he was barely dressing, right? Let's be honest. So it's something.
Yeah, I guess since he made that terrible play a month ago, he hasn't really seen the field.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
he literally didn't dress the next week, so that's not good.
The problem is the Colts have their wide receivers have such defined roles. They're probably the one offense in the league where you can look at every part of their offense and say they have a defined role. It's not just they're a random part of a game plan. So he just didn't fit in, and there's no space for him. So I think it's probably in his best interest to move, even if it is to the worst place you can possibly end up in the New York Football Jets.
Is it worse than Miami?
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd want to give Jets credit they did a great job today actually committing to rebuilding their roster.
They got a
Um,
ton of picks.
Yeah, so like
Finally,
yeah.
it's good to see that a team. The fact that Miami didn't do that is kind of disheartening, to be completely honest.
Mhm.
To me, they were in about the exact same situation, and they didn't pull the trigger. So
I
Well,
mean,
I
they fired their GM, so it
Yeah.
was, I
Yeah.
feel
They
like that
traded
made it hard
Jalen.
to do. Yeah.
They traded Jalen Phillips, defensive end, for a third.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good trade.
It is a good trade.
Both sides, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
honestly just feel bad for the kids, right? Because there's going to be more Jets out there now, and they don't even know it yet. So, and like talented Jets, like they're going to be selecting first
Yeah.
round players.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith is going to be a Jet, and that's just
Oh,
so disheartening.
no. Don't say
It is
that.
so disheartening.
Yeah.
It's going to same thing. I was obsessed with Garrett Wilson.
He's gonna be like, "Hey,
to the Jets.
welcome to the you know what show."
Yeah, the players like deciding if they're coming out of this class, they just like up their chances by like 4 or 5 times that they're going to be a Jet. So they're
Where,
like, dang.
where are the Jets picking? Okay, I need to do a little bit worse at the combine this year.
Mike, did you have anything that stood out?
Yeah, Kyler Murray getting benched. That was
Oh,
my
yeah.
deadline move.
True.
That was interesting.
I saw
Soft benching, whatever they're calling it. Yeah.
Sleeper called it soft benching, but I saw
Yeah.
another report that he was actually still injured.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh-huh.
Gannon said that he could go on IR and miss the next 4 to 8 weeks with the foot sprain.
I'm sure
I
I
mean,
could too. Like I'm sure
IR.
anybody could go on the IR.
If he doesn't go on IR and he misses 4 games, it's obviously a benching.
Yeah.
Maybe
And if he
he's
does
gone
go
from.
on IR and misses 4 games, it's still a benching.
It might be a foot sprain that turned into a hand sprain while he was playing video games too much when he was riding the bench.
Yeah, new Call of Duty dropped, right?
There you go. Right. Hand sprain.
Yeah, it's the next couple of days.
Foot
bad.
sprain, hand sprain. Calling
Yeah.
I think he
And,
just sucks.
And what's the Rockstar game that's
Oh,
GTA?
We got
GTA.
ways for that. They
Yeah.
didn't even put a date out again. They just changed it to 2026.
I'm just trying to survive until the release date.
Yeah.
Still be living.
But the other moves weren't really exciting, like Jacoby Myers to the Jags. I mean, it's cool for the rest of this year. I'm
Just to get
assuming
him
this
out of
replaces.
Vegas is great because they
Sure.
don't seem to know how to use him or want to.
The
I
Jags
loved
need something.
Shaheed to Seattle is a great fit. It's what they need is a deep threat, and just another good wide receiver that's not a rookie and not an old man. So,
Yeah.
and he played for Kubiak last year, so he knows the offense. The problem I have with Myers going to the Jaguars midseason is he's got to learn the offense, and it probably isn't going to go well fantasy wise. He may help them.
Mid-season rarely does for wide
Right.
receivers and things like that.
Right. But I think
Well, I
in
mean,
Shaheed's
it's-
case,
Yeah, it might.
it could.
Could.
I
What'd
mean,
you
if
guys-
BTJ is going to suck as much as he has, then I mean,
And if he's hurt, like
he might just
really good for
I mean,
Myers. Doesn't
he
have a
might
choice.
just
He's
get
got to
the
step up
kind
as
of
the best
garbage
guy.
targets.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might just get like
Plus,
bump offs.
Diami Brown got hurt too, so I mean, they
Right.
needed
Yeah.
a receiver.
Yeah, they've got nobody at this point.
I mean, Jacoby Myers, he is definitely a player that Liam Cohen knows how to use. So
Yeah,
if he can pick it up fast enough.
they could
And-
go get Gabe Davis off the practice squad in Buffalo.
Oh my.
It's tempting.
I mean, we
I think
discussed
they're
it
still
on
paying him, so
we discussed it on Discord, so I'll go ahead and bring it up here. The Shaheed thing is a great fit for Seattle. I do agree with that, but it really sucks for Torrey Horton this season. They basically ran the same routes that they're going to have Shaheed run now. So I'm really curious to see. I mean, I don't know if they try to move Horton to the slot now.
Well, that's where
And
he was running last week.
he's ran 15% of his routes from the slot on the season.
That's where
So-
that's where that nasty touchdown came from.
Yeah. I looked it up because I thought I'd seen him out wide a lot, and so
Mhm.
far he's ran 28 snaps the whole season from the slot currently.
JSN is playing outside quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
So-
I just it sucks as good as Torrey Horton has looked. It kind of sucks. This is a little dampening here, but Shaheed it should be pretty nice quick. I agree. Kubiak fitting right in there. He should go right into his role.
But I mean, they've got a decent amount of guys that can do a little bit of everything. So I don't think there's going to be Sheed's going to be in that role 90% of the time, and there's going to be no role for Horton in the slot or
Yeah.
no room for Horton in the slot. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
I think slot, flanker, X, in that offense, they can move all three of those guys around quite a bit. So it's really advantageous for you. It might actually open up or keep open a little buy window for Horton. I thought after those two touchdowns, it might be too late, but now you might be able to get him still.
One thing, it's crazy to say, but this really helps JSN. Like I know
agree.
he doesn't need it. I mean, he's literally on historic rate. We've never seen efficiency like he is currently. But this just helps him. I mean, you have to guard Shaheed. You have to have somebody over the top for him, or he will demolish you. And especially as good as Darnold's throwing the deep ball currently, you have to. Or I mean, he's going to go for 150 and 3 touchdowns every game. So it helps JSN, which is, I mean, he doesn't need any help currently, but this is going to help him.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to run into games against good defenses where you need someone to draw coverage.
Yeah,
absolutely agree. The other thing I like is that the Chargers traded for a tackle.
Yeah, he's not very good, but better
Taylor
than
Lewan. Yeah.
No, Trevor Penning.
Is that who it was? Trevor Penning. Okay.
Yeah. He's not very good, but I guess he's better than what they had.
Yeah.
This is not saying a lot.
No, it's not.
Well, what they have is out for the year.
Both of them.
On both ends.
So sad.
It sucks.
They do have a third tackle, but that was also hurt. I think they got him back and they needed a fourth.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't ask me my biggest complaint, and that was Breece Hall not getting traded.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's his biggest
for everything the
too.
Jets did. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They just don't like him very much. That's the thing. They're like, you're going to sit through this a little bit longer, buddy.
That does seem right.
It's the only thing that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Is we're going to let
Isn't he a free agent after this?
Free agent, right?
Yes.
They're
like, so bizarre.
So they're either going to transition tag him for $13 million, or they're going to let him walk.
Unless they really just don't like. I just fail. I fail to see a world where they've decided that they are undecided on Fields.
Yeah,
like they don't know. That's the only thing that I can see is they're like, well, we don't know if Fields is our future yet. Let's keep the offense intact. I cannot believe that is even a remote possibility at this point, especially
they'd have to be the worst talent evaluators in the entire world.
Well, they're the Jets.
Well,
so
they have decent talent. They just can't put it on the field and perform.
Well, no, I just mean if you think that about Fields, that
I'm saying
he's
saying it's the Jets. I'm saying they do decent talent. I mean, heck, the draft when they drafted Sauce, I mean that was a phenomenal draft.
Joe Douglas.
Well, no, I'm not. Now. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that there haven't been stints of the Jets drafting well. They obviously had some good players: Quentin Williams, Sauce, just the guys that have left today, right?
Yeah.
But with the Jets, so I mean, sometimes they make decisions that keep them in purgatory. No, I mean not sometimes, all the time. But that's where we are now. That's where we'll be in 50 years. It'll be great.
How do are you nervous to start Herbert at this point?
No, it's all on.
He leads the league in rushing for quarterbacks on the season. So
does he really?
It's all
he's
on
over
him.
300 already.
It's insane.
And generally, if you have Herbert, do you have any other choice?
That's also true.
No, because my
who cares if you're nervous? You can't do anything about it.
I have a league where I have Herbert, May, and Darnold. And
it's a little sad situation.
Poor you.
It's just tough to figure out who to start every week. And
I wish I had those problems.
I mean,
you do.
Mike, you do in a few.
Yeah, get out of
First
here.
world problem
now.
Mr. Quarterback Collector.
Yeah,
he's
Mr.
like
Lamar
Mahomes, Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes on the same team.
Well, I'm not trading any literally of them.
I refuse.
What if one of them gets hurt?
Any of them?
Like
I lost last week because I didn't start Lamar. Jeez.
Good.
All right, Mike, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us when we're not podcasting?
Yeah, catch us at YouTube and Facebook, Dynasty Front Office, Twitter X at Front Office FF, Discord, link in the description. We live every Thursday, except for this week, obviously, followed by pod release on Fridays. Like and subscribe. Listener League is active. We've got shirts for year one players on the way, so join the Discord and become a part of the family. And in this episode, we're going to go over trade banger of the week. We're going to do wide receiver, midseason rankings, and pop culture.
All right, let the arguing continue. It's time to go over our rankings. We're just going to go over some our biggest risers.
Sir, I don't think it is.
First, we're doing the trade banger.
I think we're doing a trade banger.
Oh, trade banger of the week. Take it away, Chad.
Sorry, guys. Ignore him.
Now that I know
this is the
Jesse
trade
never
banger.
listens to me.
That could, that could just
This is
be
the trade
edited
banger
out.
of the week. The one deal that's too good, too bad, or just too wild not to talk about. If you've got a trade that shook up your league, send it our way. It just might be next week's banger. All right, guys. Thought I was going crazy for a second.
No, I was like,
It's
That
very
was good
late.
though.
It's very late at night.
Yeah,
Pop-ups.
yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
Pop-ups up too late.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine sent in a trade, and I've got mixed feelings about it because he is a really good friend, but I kind of don't like him sometimes. And I have a feeling he doesn't
I
like
can't
me
imagine
sometimes. So I don't know what this email says because he asked me not to read it beforehand. I read a paragraph just to make sure that he actually wrote something. It wasn't like a blank email. He was trying to get me to like stutter on the podcast or something stupid. So checks out. There's actually words on the page. So I'm gonna read them now. But before I do that, I do feel compelled to say that I don't know what's in it. I don't condone it. And it doesn't reflect the views of this podcast. All right.
Wow.
So he says, what up, boys? With Z's for some reason. It's Ryan. I'm a longtime friend of Chad's. Here's the deal we made. And by we, in quotes, I mean Chad helped me and I just nodded a lot, which is this is actually true. I got Colston Loveland, Amarian Hampton, and Trey Benson. And I gave the guy Trey McBride and Matthew Stafford. And he says, for context, Chad and I go way back, college buddies and whatnot. Fun fact, I carried him through. I carried him through organic chemistry. No, he didn't. No, he did not. No, that's a blatant lie. Apparently, this is his revenge because now he's carrying me through my first dynasty league, if that's what you want to call it. So far, his advice has mostly consisted of just do it, and losing is good for the future. I'm starting to think he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay.
Wow. Ouch.
Anyways, he swears this trade is a smart retool for the long term. I wanted to get younger, and he said, wah, something, Loveland good. I'm a Chargers fan, and Hampton is a monster. I think it's a good time to buy Benson, maybe. Now I just need to know from you guys, did we actually make a good deal here, or did Chad just use me to live demo what not to do? It's a weird way of saying that. I don't want to read this part. Worst case, Chad's an idiot. Best case, I'm a dynasty savant prodigy. Either way, he'll call it a win. Sincerely, Ryan, the guy who carried Chad through organic chemistry. He did not.
That eats you up. You're red in the face.
Chad, I just want to say it's really nice to know that you give your Chad analysis to more people than just us on the pod. That you do it to him too is also really good. So I'm glad that somebody else can say that.
No, like you don't understand. Like I carried him through organic chemistry. Like absolutely carried him through it. Oh man,
He's telling me something else, so I don't know who to believe here.
Actually, he spelled chemistry wrong. You guys can't see it, but
Well, you didn't
he
teach him
spelled
English.
chemistry wrong. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we got Colston Loveland, we got Amarian Hampton and Trey Benson, and we gave the guy Trey McBride and Matthew Stafford. I can tell you guys a little bit of the roster. He didn't put any of that in there. Just skip all the important parts. So basically,
what's the premium?
It's my standard league, basically.
Okay.
It's a 0.5 tight end premium. I think it's 0.5. It's either 0.5 or 0.75. I think it's 0.5. and Superflex, obviously normal format. We normally play PPR, and he's got a squad that's really just on the he's on the cusp of finishing up a rebuild, but the depth is really poor still. That's the part that I'm kind of worried about with his roster. So we drafted Trey McBride, we drafted Gadsden, and then we also have one other guy. I can't think of who it is right now, but one other decent starting tight end. And so we're like, okay, we have Trey McBride. We're kind of light in some other areas. We want to gain some depth. Let's take a shot. I think we can get a young, promising tight end in Colston Loveland. We can take advantage of Omarion Hampton being hurt and then Trey Benson being hurt as well. The guy that we sent the Trey McBride and Stafford to is obviously, a contender. He's trying to win the thing. So that's kind of where we're at. What do you guys think?
I love his sides. Yeah, no, I was going to say with Loveland, and it was a week right before his big blow-up game, right?
Yeah.
Plus Hampton was crushing it before he got injured, right? So I don't know. It's going to be all on Hampton and Herbert the rest of the season, I feel like now. So I think it's a great trade for him. And I feel like Benson is just like extra topping, like just an extra, question mark of a possible starting RB next season. So I'm pretty crazy for that side. Just lots of questions with Stafford and how long he's going to be in the league. So
I have two. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go.
Well, I have two things. One, I know I'm not hiring Chad for my open organic chemist position. But two, I have a question is, why did he have Stafford if he's finishing up a rebuild? It seems like
because Stafford's value was so low coming into the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it was one of those things where we were like, let's just hold him and see, especially because we wanted to play a little bit of a riskier game and see if we can finish this rebuild up quicker. So it's sometimes we could have sold him in the offseason. We just chose to hold him and bet on him doing well. The what we would be losing. It's not like we're doing that with Saquon, right? Or not Saquon, but some other old guy that's going into the season whose value is really low and doesn't have the chance to really regain much value. Stafford is a quarterback at the end of the day, so we kind of bet right on it. And now some quarterbacks have gone down. This guy, he lost Kyler. He's lost one other quarterback. I don't have the roster in front of me, so I can't think of who it is. But basically, he's got two quarterbacks down. He had one starting quarterback left, so he's kind of hurting for somebody.
I get why he did it. He's giving up three players that are, value only. They're not putting up points. So if he's contending, he needs points. And to get Trey McBride, I get why the contender did it. That being said, you guys won that trade.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because let's say one of the guys we got doesn't work out, right? Like let's say Loveland doesn't work out, or I think Trey Benson's kind of the one piece that if he doesn't work out, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, let's say Loveland doesn't work out. Omarion Hampton is what we think he is, and Trey Benson ends up being like a decent middle of the pack back. I think the trade starts looking a lot scarier, and that's the part that worries me. I still think it's a pretty risky trade. It looks nice from a value, perspective now, but giving up Trey McBride, especially with Kyler going down and him playing so well with Brissett, and finally seeing the end zone a number of times. I think what was the stat, Austin? I sent it to you the other day. It was like
21 games. He'd had 2 total touchdowns. The last 3 games, he's got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of those things where if Trey McBride can even take another step forward, it's tough letting go a guy like that. But having Warren kind of eases that a little bit for me. But yeah,
and you got Loveland back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
Loveland,
you have Gadsden. You kind of needed to trade a tight end.
I mean, not really. In a premium league, you can just start.
There's enough flex spots to where we would have felt comfortable keeping all 3, and I actually considered that, trying to ship some other pieces and keep the tight ends. But yeah, it's kind of scary moving the one I feel like sure thing. Even if you want to put Warren ahead of Trey McBride at this point, I still feel like Trey McBride's floor is higher. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I mean, he
so it's one
might
of
be
the
the safest piece in Dynasty outside of injury.
yeah.
I mean, he almost put up the tight end 1 numbers last year, and I don't think he had a touchdown. If he did, it was 1.
He did. He had one. At the
So
end.
like
Mhm.
that's ridiculous.
crazy.
I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, the touchdowns are going to regress back to the mean. That happens with almost every player. So it's just such a safe asset. You know, I'll give my side of the trade. To me, it's basically Benson for Stafford. They kind of wash each
Mhm.
other out. Both of them are mid to late second for me. And then so you have McBride for Loveland and Hampton, which before the blow up, you know, Loveland was a scary asset to have. You know, you haven't seen anything, and then we have this game now where, you know, Caleb Williams went ridiculous, but Rome didn't have a catch.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's not going to sustain. You know, their best receiver is going to have receptions, and this is the game that Loveland went crazy. So, you know, even looking at it after this, it's still an interesting trade for me because, you know, kind of like Chad said, one of these assets that he gets back in return has to become elite, or he loses the trade.
Mhm.
You know, if Loveland's just a borderline tight end 5 to 8 in Dynasty, and Hampton's a running back, you know, a low end RB1 through most of his Dynasty career, it's a loss for me.
Yeah.
That being said, if you're finishing up a rebuild and you need depth, this is the kind of trade you should make. 2 assets that you should feel pretty good about, and then another dart throw at a running back, which whether you're contending or not, it's always good to get a young running back that can see a value gain. So I like the trade a lot. I can see both sides why you'd make it.
Yeah, it was one of those trades where I sent it and I double thought, you know.
Yeah, those are the worst, but usually mean they're fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I knew it was fair, and I was like, we can't go any higher than this. We can't go any lower than this. This is if we're both happy here, this is what it's got to be. But I don't, to be honest with you guys, I don't feel great about it. I just
Yeah.
feel like it's a good solid trade that could go either way.
I could see Hampton like a game or two after he comes back just becoming untouchable, and
Sure.
he
yeah.
could be
for sure.
he could be RB3 in Bijan Gibbs range.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, we say that because he had one good game, one really good game before he got hurt. But he
looked
also
great.
he didn't look that good the other games. So we need to figure out which one he really is, and he's likely somewhere in the middle of that, and that's fine. But we are remembering his best game of his career before his injury. The other games, he got stopped at the line a lot. He wasn't the vision wasn't there, which was my biggest complaint coming out of college. Is if their hole wasn't there, he wouldn't find it. So I have a little expectation worry there. I think he finishes somewhere in the middle of the range from what we saw both ways.
Can somebody grab us an umbrella for our parade that Austin's raining all over?
Well,
I don't have any problems with Hampton. He looked great, and he's in a great offense with a great quarterback. He was catching passes from Herbert. It looked really good. I'm not worried at all. I think it's going to look awesome.
Yeah, if I agreed with Austin, I wouldn't have made the trade. I do
Right.
think he has top 3 potential. I do think he's in my mind he is a top 5, top 6 RB from a talent perspective. So I like him a lot. I think this injury is a little scary, especially because there's been so little news on what exactly is happening with it and when's the timetable that he's going to actually return. So there is a chance that he also comes back and doesn't look as good, you know, until next season when he's able to fully heal up. But for the long term, I do really like him. I just, man, like Austin was saying, the one thing I really do agree with, I think Trey McBride could take another step, you know, especially after watching him with Brissett.
So we did get news today. Amarian Hampton's not expected to return to practice until after the bye, which is week 12. So I mean, the hope would be is that he's back for the playoff push.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it keeps getting pushed back, right? So
yeah.
You get worried if you don't see him a couple weeks before the playoffs and fantasy playoffs start.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
if you're
Hard to
End of-
start someone off an injury.
so they have Vegas week 13, which is phenomenal, and then Philly at Kansas City and at Dallas on the semi week. But then Houston
At
for
Dallas.
the championship.
Ooh.
Yeah, then Houston for the championship, which at Dallas isn't going to be as smooth now. I'm going to go ahead and say we
Yeah.
talked about the trade deadline trades. Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson are absolutely upgrades to that terrible run defense.
Yeah. But I mean, but Logan Wilson's also more of a defender against the pass.
True.
Than he is like a true run stuffer. But yeah, Quinnen Williams is just a massive
Yeah,
upgrade by himself.
One of the best run defensive tackles in the league. Probably top 3 or 5.
Yeah, that Omarion Hampton's he's interesting, and I guess we can talk about this just kind of branching off of the trade specifically. But Omarion Hampton, if you do like him, like if you like him more than Austin likes him, not saying Austin, is low
That's
on
fine.
him or anything.
Yeah, I was the lowest. I'm fine with saying that.
But if you're more where Jesse and I are, and maybe even Mike here, he didn't say too much about him, but it's probably the buy window. Like this is probably it. It's,
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
you can't
Especially if he's
miss
on a
this window.
contender.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing for me is like Omarion Hampton. I think the conversation we just had with the injuries and it kind of being suspect and him not being a guy that you want to depend on in the playoffs. I think a lot of people that have these contending rosters and were banking on him, Omarion Hampton, because there was a lot of people that were. They're looking at him and they're saying, "Man, like what kind of piece can I go out there and get for Omarion Hampton right now?" So if you like him, go out there and test the waters a little bit because I think it's more than doable. I know I have a couple leagues where I'm contending and I've been shopping him around and I don't want to, but I feel like I have to. And I think this guy's in the same boat that made this deal with us. I think he doesn't want to move Omarion Hampton, but he feels like he almost has to.
Yeah, and he was able to fish big. I mean,
Yeah. Yep. All right. Anything else you guys want to add to the deal? Any other players you guys want to talk about specifically?
No. I still struggle to understand why I didn't trade Stafford 2 years ago, but I get it if he was just waiting for the right time to get the right value. It's just
we didn't have Stafford 2 years ago.
Oh, did he come in a trade?
Yeah, we got him in a deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got him during the injury. I can't remember off the top of my head, but no, we didn't draft him in the startup or anything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's one of those things. He's in a rebuild. We've been making a ton of moves. I mean, we probably made like between now and the startup like 50 trades. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's been a lot of fun. He's new to Dynasty, so it's been a ride. And yeah, I'm glad he's what did he say? Wah, something Loveland good. I'm glad I'm getting through it.
that probably is something you'd say though.
Yeah. What is that supposed to be like the Charlie Brown teacher thing or something? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's been the trade banger of the week. If you want to send us your trade, it could be next week's banger. Send it to dynfo.official@gmail.com. Again, that's dynfo.official@gmail.com.
Now it's time to start arguing. It's time for wide receiver rankings. So we're gonna just do our risers and fallers, highlight some from our rankings. If you can't see our rankings, it means you're not in our Discord. So get in the Discord, y'all. It's posted in the show notes and it is free. Trade advice, hang out during game day, start sit advice, all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, chat was popping today with the trade deadline.
Yeah, trade deadline was fun.
It was fun.
It was a good time.
You know, Austin, now that the Panthers are 5-4, can you even be in like the bad team chat anymore? Like you're above 500, so I don't.
Oh,
know.
no,
I'm
he's
still
there for a
holding
while.
my spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was just shocked listening to some shows, and they're like, "Yeah, Panthers are above 500." I was like, "Really?"
Yeah. Bryce didn't lose the month of October. Just FYI.
What a stud!
That's right.
All right, who's going first? Chad.
Oh no, pick
I love how
somebody
he
else.
asks and then just says it.
That's
Hey,
how
I'll
we do
go.
it
I'll
around
go
here.
first. Let's just get the big one out of the way. So,
All right, Mike
JSN
wants to go first.
Yeah, JSM for me went up from 11 to 4. So big bump for JSN. I think everything there is clicking. And this was even before the massive, what was the Sunday night game, where and I mean, JSN was still phenomenal and didn't even catch a touchdown. So when you have that, just his floor is just amazing right now. Another person that I was super wrong about in the offseason. Like I was a little worried about Darnold, the shaky offensive line maybe, and it's all come together in a really good way. So like hats off to him, man. He deserves to be here.
It's really weird. I was super confident in him, and you and I have him as our first player, and we ranked him the same preseason. We rank him the same now. Yet you were not confident, and I was. It's very odd.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have any problems with JSN at 6?
Well, he has him at 4, so.
Oh, 4. My goodness.
Yeah.
Gosh, Jesse can't even hear me tonight.
Oh, I have him.
Is this working?
5. Oh, I have him at 5. I'm sorry. No, I can't hear you tonight.
It's all
Um,
good.
I
My
mean,
hearing aids are off.
yeah, my question would be is him over Malik Neighbors. Obviously, on a contender, that's an easy answer. But you're going into next year, I have a really hard time. I mean, I guess if JSN does what he's doing, then we need to be having a discussion at him at 1 by the end of this season if he continues this pace. But it feels really tough for me. I struggled. I have him at 6. I almost felt easier putting him above Justin Jefferson than Malik Neighbors, who I have Jefferson at 4 and Neighbors at 5. But it almost felt easier for me to move JSN over Jefferson than it did Neighbors. And I'm not really sure why, so I'm curious if any of y'all felt similar.
No, I did. I wasn't tempted to move Jefferson down, but yeah, I actually just moved JSN above Neighbors as you were talking.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm gonna need to see it for a full season just because I think the talent level is different with Neighbors, but and with Jackson Dart. Maybe if I didn't believe in the quarterback, maybe if they were still struggling with Russ or something, then yeah, I think Neighbors would take quite a big hit, and JSN would have to leapfrog him at that point. But there's just too much there for me. So I agree.
Yeah, Neighbors is the only player in the league that I could see being Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
In a certain amount of time. Could happen.
It's exactly why I can't drop him any lower than I have him. He just feels like a different level player.
Yeah, I agree. But JSN is showing that he's a different level player. Whether preconceived notions allow that to happen in our minds or not, his reception perception is through the roof. He's just getting open on all levels. The hands are ridiculous. I mean, he's just not a yak guy, I guess. Like, he doesn't break tackles. I guess that's the only thing you could say that he doesn't really have that Neighbors probably does.
Yeah, I think the reason why I just have Neighbors so low is because like 10 plus games in season and points in season, I think, matter too. So like if you're missing it, then other people are getting points and you're not. And then there's a lot of casting on well, what's he going to look like coming back from the injury? What's he going to look like with Dart? Am I super worried about it? No. I mean, that's why I don't have him crazy low, I feel like. But
you've got him pretty low.
That is still a question.
8's pretty low. I mean, you got Drake London, who of course had a ridiculous game. But having Drake above him to me seems pretty wild.
When Drake gets hyper targeted, the Falcons win. So
yeah,
like
yeah. I think he's just saying low compared to consensus, right? Not saying your opinion's wrong, which we might.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, I think for most people, you have to probably give up a first on top of Drake to get Neighbors.
Maybe not after this week because of what he just did, but in consensus dynasty, I think you're definitely looking at a considerable plus.
Yeah, I feel like healthy going into next season, lots of good training camp hype. Yeah, probably, but I don't feel like it's there right now.
Can we talk about what an insane game that Drake London had, though?
Yeah, I mean,
that man played.
That's the ceiling
world
right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't just on the touchdown catches.
No,
he was making those catches all day, everywhere on the field.
Yeah, we saw the ceiling. That's the ceiling for him right there, which is obviously phenomenal.
Yeah, he's still my favorite wide receiver in the league. Like I I say that every year. I love Drake London. As far as like, if I could only watch one player play for the rest of my life, what Drake London does to me is so much fun. So I'm excited for him, and I think that is a realistic ceiling for him. I don't think that's a mirage by any stretch of the imagination. The guy is really, really talented.
That's how I feel about JSN. That's funny. And we once traded them for each other.
Oh yeah, we did.
Jesse,
All right, who's
go ahead.
I still won because I got 2 seconds. So
but I got Njoku, so it
yeah,
helped
but I
that.
got 2 seconds.
But I won the championship with Njoku, so
Yeah.
in my lineup. All right, who are we moving on to? Egbuka. I've got Egbuka up 16 spots to number 8. Spicy enough for you guys?
Shoo. Yes, it is.
I mean,
It's very
we've seen
spicy.
the end of Mike Evans pretty much, right? And Godwin didn't look like the same guy and then went out immediately. I mean, he's the new hotness in Tampa. He's Baker's guy. The chemistry is amazing immediately. Did you see the thing where Baker was talking about his one-handed catch? He went up to him on the sideline afterwards and said, "Don't ever do that. Don't ever disrespect one of my passes again. Catch it with 2 hands." I thought it was awesome, and he was dead serious about it the whole time. It was kind of like a Chad Mendoza moment.
What?
He was just messing with somebody with just a
Yeah.
deadpan face.
But he was totally not serious.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it was. Who knows?
Any arguments against Egbuka at 8?
Yes.
Am I the highest?
Oh yeah.
All right, give it to me.
Well, we just spoke about Drake London. Considerably better player.
I don't.
Got him right behind.
Considerably better.
Egbuka.
They're just such different players. It's so hard to say one is better. It's considerably better. They're both extremely talented.
I don't think so, but that's okay.
You're always really. You just.
I think Egbuka is a good receiver. I don't think he's an extremely talented player. Those are two completely different things.
I don't know, man.
I mean, and then I would put Rome above him still.
No way.
He's been incredibly inefficient. Like incredibly inefficient. It's his game's been largely TD dependent. As far as how many targets he gets, like that's the one thing that's exciting is the targets are there. You're seeing that, 8 to 12 targets a week kind of games from him. But with those, he's consistently getting like 2, 3, 4 receptions a game. The TDs are floating him. So it's not even a comparable season to Brian Thomas Jr., what he had last year, to Malik Neighbors, what he had last year. He's going to have to show a lot more before I have him in the top 10 range. I think Rome has shown a lot more this season as far as, what he's done in his offense. Granted, it is always nice to see a player do that in their first year, and it's exciting. But I mean, the flip side of that, we also see what it could do when even more talented player in Brian Thomas Jr. in maybe comparable situation, slightly worse situation now with hindsight. But I mean, I don't think his season's been anything to write home about. I think it's been a lot of hype, not a ton of substance, in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of.
Just the chemistry and the targets are there. As he grows as a player, he's going to grow with Baker in a great offense. And like I said, that's his guy.
I like it. I like it. I like the idea of it. That I just think 8 is too high for that.
Right? I got you. It's aggressive. I wanted to have the conversation. It's partly why I did that. I mean, he's at the same tier as Rome. For me.
He is. Same here.
It's not like, I love Rome Odunze. I have him at 10. So it's not like and I love what he's done this year. With BTJ, I had to drop him because of the quarterback situation and just the whole weirdness, I guess. But really, it's the quarterback situation that worries me going forward. I think the injuries and whatever his issues are going over the middle, I think can be solved. The quarterback, it's not as easy. So, Egbuka already has that quarterback. So it's,
Yeah, to me, that's Egbuka's biggest piece is that he does have the quarterback.
Mhm.
If he didn't have Baker and even was putting up similar numbers, my argument would be closer to he should be 15. But because he has Baker, I'm okay with him being around that 10 range. It's just above certain names, which one I'm saving. I didn't say on purpose. There's just a few names to me that he deserves to be below currently.
throw him
Yeah.
out.
Well, one of my biggest risers was Rashee Rice.
Okay.
I have him at 8, and
Oof.
I don't really see a reason not to currently. He's tied to, arguably the best quarterback in football, and is used exactly how he was used his previous 10 games before injury/suspension, and went right back into it. I know it was before last week, so the stat could be skewed now, but over his 12 previous games in the Chiefs before injury and suspension, and then the 2 after, he was averaging 26 points per game in PPR scoring. That's outscoring JSN's historic rate currently on this season, which is less than 12 games. So if you're telling me he's with the best quarterback in football, is only 23 or 4, and is doing what he's done, he's that next piece that knocks up into that quote unquote elite tier for receivers.
Yeah, I had him at 11, so I thought I was pushing him up there high, but I see it. He's been elite since he's been back too, like literal, like no ramp up, just got off the suspension and go.
So yeah, that's my shot, kind of like how yours was with Egbuka, Jesse. That's just the guy I believe is going to be the next guy in that upper tier.
I'm bringing it up to rankings. I have to see where I have him before I talk about this.
Really low. I'm guessing you didn't adjust it, but
no, that's where I have him. 19.
Whew.
Shoo.
I would rather have every wide receiver, but looking at this now, I could get him above a couple of these guys, Tet and Travis Hunter specifically, but otherwise, Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Ladd, I like those guys. I think they're more complete receivers. I like Rice. He's fine as a wide receiver 2. I don't think he's a wide receiver 1. I think he's very similar to T. Higgins to me. Not in the way they're used or the type of player they are, but the production I expect out of them.
Do you have any Rice shares?
Yeah, I have like 2 or 3.
Well, look at how he's scoring for you, and he's going to feel a lot different than T. Higgins.
I understand. I want to see it for a whole season. I've never seen it for a whole season, and it just feels so gimmicky to me that I have to, I can't put him into an elite tier when he's not, like I said, he's just not a complete player. It seems like that kind of thing can be taken away pretty easily by a defense if they want to. So
I actually see what you're saying, Jesse. I don't agree with it, but I see exactly what you're saying. And this is going to sound like a joke or a dig. It's not, but it's exactly how I feel about Jalen Hurts is how you feel about Rashee Rice.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I get that because I feel that way about Hurts in a certain sense as well. He's not a complete quarterback. He can't go to his third read and throw a dime. He's not that kind of quarterback. I get that.
Yeah. But the safety net with both those guys are that they are in probably the most stable environment they could possibly be in. So although I don't think Rashee Rice would directly translate to 31 other teams if he was put on a different team, not saying there's not offenses out there that would use him quite well. We see it with like Amon-Ra and guys like that, but he has a very, very specific role. So I get what you're saying. And if there is anything that does disrupt that, then yeah, it can be tough, but it's the Chiefs, right? And it's so stable there. So that's the one thing that he is going for him.
Yeah. And even in Mahomes' bad game, Rice still got his this week, but if this keeps going through the season and in the playoffs, I'll be happy to move him up in the offseason.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Does like boneheadedness play a part in it too, Jesse? With risk of future stupid
No.
things to get himself suspended or okay.
No, I that's never really played a role for me, except for Antonio Brown. I did trade him away when he left the Steelers.
That's fair. You were right too.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest riser is going to be George Pickens.
Yeah. He was my number one as well.
Yeah, I had him at 30 coming into the season, and I've got him all the way up at 18 now. And even 18, like I don't feel good about it. I think he should probably be higher than 18. That's how good he's been, and it's not just like it's not just the points that you're seeing in the box score. It's the how he looks. He looks just as much the alpha in that team as CeeDee Lamb does when they're both on the field, which is absolutely incredible because, like I said, coming into the season, I just did not view him as that kind of player. I think he could have been, but I just thought he was kind of, your up and down highlight play kind of player every so often. But now you're seeing in a stable, good environment, he is an alpha wide receiver. And man, I've been trying to scoop up shares as cheap as I can because I don't think it's stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, he's still not really expensive, which is nice.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he's expensive, like he's pricey, but like he's a first and a
contenders
piece.
first.
Like first and a little piece will get him
Yeah.
in most places, which to me is a smash.
I feel like his price has always been around a late first.
Yeah.
It may have fallen to like
Yeah.
an early second at one point last year, probably, but I scooped him up for a late first over the last few years and just have my 4 or 5 shares, and I'm happy to ride with that. If I have a pretty good amount. If I get any more, I'll be overloaded. But I agree with everything you just said, Chad. I have him exactly same place, 18.
Yep.
And
we all do.
Yeah.
we all do. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's weird to think about whether I want him to stay in Dallas or go to a new spot because
Stay there.
He's fit so well.
Yeah.
Even in the last 2 weeks where Dak has played crappy, he's still put up good enough numbers. 7 for 74. I'll take it in a bad week.
It's crazy because like Lamb demands so much attention, but I don't think defenses can do that anymore. Like Pickens looks just as good.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, kudos to the Cowboys. I hate saying it, but
yeah, they nailed that. Absolutely nailed it.
Only didn't give him an extension before the season started.
Yeah, that was the big mistake.
Signing for multiple years. That was, I guess, the mistake.
But that just goes to show, like, we weren't alone. That it's just, they weren't convinced either.
Well, the price has gone up considerably.
You got
they're like, Jerry's like, man, we just paid Lamb. Now we got to pay.
They're going to be in the exact Chase Higgins situation, the exact same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to demand close to that money, in my opinion, that Higgins got.
You guys do not want me to start talking about Dallas and their contracts and their trades at all.
Yeah.
But they're 3-5-1, so they got that going for them.
Yeah. I'm actually going to move him up to 17 right after this because if I'm being honest with myself, I'd rather have Pickens than Nico Collins at this point.
Woof.
That's the name for me too, and I'm really I struggle.
He's 2 years younger, and I think he's in probably the most stable situation for a wide receiver too in the league.
Yeah, I need that contract extension. If he got a good extension, he would probably be. I'd probably quickly move him to 16, and then we start having discussions. In that,
I'm sure the Jets will just snatch him up next year in the.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? I would like to give Pickens the benefit of the doubt and say that he's going to have his choice from any team in the league, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to be wanting to end up in another Pittsburgh situation.
Yeah,
I agree.
Interesting.
Chad, you're next, right?
No, I just picked.
He's
right.
the biggest that. No, you're good. My big baller was Brian Thomas. I think is probably on everybody's a little bit. So I put him from 6 to 17, and that was before whatever this injury is now. So, I mean, we all know it's just been off year, right? Who knows if it's on the field, off the field. in his head yips or what's going on, but him and Lawrence just don't have the connection that he had with Mac Jones. So I don't know. That's one of the more surprising second season slumps I can remember of someone who looked and produced at an elite level as a rookie to just completely fall off the map. I don't know if anybody else comes to your guys' mind that does that, but that was one that I struggled where to put him, and I almost want to put him lower.
Yeah, not to this level that felt so confident and excited going into year 2 to like, is he even a wide receiver 2 on my dynasty team now?
Yeah.
That's a huge fall. He went from 7 to 16 for me, so very similar.
I feel like I've had these ups and downs with Olave. I bet.
Yeah, I never got that high with him, but I get that. Yeah,
very talented receiver that I had him in the high first round. Coming out. It's just the situation has never worked out for him.
The injuries is a big thing with him.
It was injuries for Olave,
which he had in college too. That was my one hamper with him. Such a good.
I'll tell you what though, he's got the talent that if he does end up on a different team, that we could be looking at another Pickens situation. Like he's a really.
I mean, he's only in year 2, so it's like it's 2 more years of.
Yeah, but if the Saints are
trade him,
the Saints are bad again.
About Olave.
Oh, you're talking about Olave. Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I could see him moving on.
He's not going anywhere. After them trading Shaheed, they're not going to move both of their good receivers.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
He's getting an extension there. Me?
Yeah.
All right. My biggest faller was, ironically, of course, he had a good week, was DJ Moore. He went from 24, which y'all said was too high preseason, and apparently was right, down to 33. Of course, again, he had a monster week, but just the offense is a mess, and he's not getting consistent usage. So there's not a lot to say. I mean, I'd like for him to go somewhere next year that isn't as congested, but I just wanted to admit my biggest faller.
He had a monster week with gadget plays.
Yeah, it was a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, right?
Yep. It's a shame. He needs to go somewhere where Steve Smith is his OC because he loves DJ Moore. He's the hell out of him.
I saw the video this week of when he's asking if he should start DJ Moore, and was that DJ Moore's rookie year, and he's just standing off to the side. I love that video. Should I start this guy on my fantasy team? Is he good? I mean, he's on my bench. DJ Moore's just like side eyeing it.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's just they don't view him as a real wide receiver, apparently.
It's just weird considering how much better the offense looks and what a difference a decent play caller makes, I guess.
Yeah.
In Chicago. Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show situation's so important for these players. Like, so many of these guys are talented. There's so many talented players.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not in a situation that can, at least not even maximize, but at least just show their potential, you get such duds.
That's where I struggled when I was getting into rankings, and I'm like, man, he's technically like a wide receiver 3 in the rankings, but can do multiple wide receiver 1 weeks and has super high upside. They stay healthy. It's pretty deep at receiver right now.
It really is. I mean, there were guys that I didn't get on my top 36 that felt like I needed to bring up.
Chad doesn't even have AJ Brown in his top 35.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
Yeah, that was an oversight. Yeah, that was an oversight.
No, you should have said it was intentional.
I would have had him lower than you guys though. I noticed where that I didn't have him on my list, and I looked where you guys had him just now, and I would have had him a little bit lower than you guys for sure.
I mean, he's my biggest faller.
Yeah,
I tumbled all the way down to 20.
Preach, Jesse.
Yeah, he tumbled down to 20 for me. I could have.
I'm the high guy.
Yeah,
you are.
Well,
yeah.
I think you were the high.
Travis Hunter.
19.
Travis Hunter below him is kind of crazy for Dynasty.
Is it now?
Yeah, for Dynasty.
Yeah,
we're playing Dynasty. I mean, I understand rest of season's cool, but
I'm not giving you Travis Hunter for AJ Brown.
No,
no way.
No way.
I just took him with 103. It's not happening.
Yeah.
AJ
Brown must be 29.
AJ Brown is very difficult because of his age and his injury possibility. It's just like
Shenanigans.
yeah, right. And the crap he pulls with the media. I don't know. I did tell you guys he wasn't getting traded, right?
Yeah.
Howie came out today and said that there's a C on his chest for a reason. Like, he's not going anywhere. He's still a leader in the locker room. But just the usage, the offense is so weird and funky. The OC is just terrible. Last year it was fine with Kellen Moore. It was still a little scary that the floor in any given game is like 0. So
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
So, Chad said it and he was right, and I hate to admit it, but one injury or one stretch of poor performance with a player this age and their value tanks. He's not looked at as an elite player anymore, even though he can put up elite weeks.
Yeah.
He's just not looked at that way anymore.
Yeah, these kind of players have to put up elite weeks almost every week to be up in the rankings.
Right.
Yep.
It's kind of like with CMC right now. Because he's doing elite every week, he's up in the rankings. As soon as that stops, they drop.
He's closer to Diggs and Devontae Adams than he is to, I don't know, Devontae Smith, or I really don't know who to compare him to above him, but like Ladd.
Travis Hunter,
right? Yeah, like he's closer to that old tier of guys. He's going to be there pretty soon.
Him and Waddle is kind of where dynasty value right now, I think, is very similar.
Yeah, he's
Waddle 3 spots lower.
Yeah,
one thing that I will say about AJ Brown, I think if you have him in your roster and you're competing, he's just one of those guys that's not going to be worth trading at any point. Like going forward, it's just never going to be worth it. So you're stuck with him. But man, if it's a good lesson for you if you held on to him and you're not competing at this point, because you got to be looking at yourself and saying, hey, I got to realize when these guys, even though I still might view them as good players, you have to get with consensus and understand I'm not trading to myself, right? So,
I mean, heck, he was a hard move this offseason. I'm a contender in a league, and I was trying to move him and see what I could fish for him, and I didn't get anything I felt like would improve my roster.
Yeah.
So
yeah, same.
It's kind of been
that's when I like to play a little game where I go into trade calculators and I see who are the most undervalued guys in my opinion. Like, consensus aside, in my opinion, who are the most undervalued guys? Try to get those guys, because maybe your league is going to look at it and say you lost the trade, but you're going to be getting rid of a dying asset and you're not left holding the bag, and you got a player that you like that you think will win the day. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like Waddle for you guys last offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that for me last offseason, that was Rome. I was trying to scoop him everywhere I could. All right, I guess up to me.
Yep.
Big follower for me was Ladd. He went from 10 to 15. It's not a huge tumble. I still think he's an excellent player, but he went from being the only good receiver in that offense to being one of 3, plus a good running game. You assume going forward. I mean, Austin doesn't, but the rest of us do. So
you're not gonna act like I hate him.
No, I am going to act that way.
We have him in the exact same spot in our dynasty rankings.
You literally burned his jersey last week.
You saw
An
that?
effigy.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I didn't know I was recording.
So he's still, I don't think less of him as a player. It's just the situation has changed a bit to me to where I think it's going to be week to week. Who gets the targets is it's going to be hard to tell. And I don't think the volume is going to be what we want it to be. So I have a more of a wide receiver 2, but a high end wide receiver 2 that could act like a wide receiver 1. And if other people value him here, I would love to get him more of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what he is. He's a high-end wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the offseason, and it even didn't go well, and he's now producing what we thought he could, which is exciting. So for it to not start good and then becoming better and better is enticing because it shows that the coordinator and the team believe that he is one of the better players. So that is exciting to see. It was just a perfect storm to start the season for him not to have that production. And even now they added a tight end that's going to earn targets every week, and he's still getting targeted. So he's going to have his role. But I agree, Jesse. It is going to be pick your poison weeks here and there.
Yeah, they've gone from not having many weapons to being pretty loaded.
Yeah. I still think he's an alpha. I still think he's a wide receiver one. I think he's by far the most talented guy in that offense. But I was also on the train that it's looking a little scary, and that's why my riser is Quentin Johnston.
Okay, talk Quentin Johnston. From
previously being unranked, I have him at 28, and that's probably low. So Quentin Johnston, he's shown it's go back to it. It's not just a box score, eyeball test. He looks like a good player, and putting all the biases aside and what he's looked like in previous years, he's putting it together. It looks like when he's given a chance, he can go out there and make plays. I don't see any reason why he's not going to be a fixture in that offense going forward. I think they like what they're getting from him, and he's shown that over the course of a half season that he's gone out there and produced. I know a lot of people saw that 0-point game and we're like, oh, see, Quentin Johnston's exactly what. But I'm like, man, every wide receiver has these games. It's just because we have these biases coming into it. I think he's shown us nothing but positive things this season.
I'm a little worried about. No. I feel like I can never buy him, and it's too expensive now. I am a little worried because the snap shares have gone down in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know what that's about.
Speaking of being floated by touchdowns.
Yeah, he's
got
6 or 7.
But that's the type of
I don't know if I would if you're looking at sleeper snap percentage, I would look into that because Ladd has the exact same.
Trey Harris has been their main receiver in one receiver sets. He's out.
But I'm just saying Ladd's at like 50-something% in one of these games and 60-something% in the other one too.
Well, that's what I'm saying is Trey Harris they're running a lot of 2 tight end sets, and Trey Harris is the wide receiver 1 that they're running out there, which is crazy to me. But they're not using their main 3 guys as often unless they're doing 2 and 3 wide receiver sets.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll have to look into it after the pod because I didn't realize it until just now.
So I have Quentin Johnston at 31, and looking at the guys above him, I think that's the spot. Like I would rather have him than Matt. I'd rather have Matthew Golden, Worthy, Pearsall, Addison, Metcalf. I'd rather have all those guys than, well, maybe not Metcalf now I think about it, but I think that's a pretty good spot for him. From being unranked.
So both of y'all were extremely high on Jameson Williams, especially Chad, and now you have Quentin Johnston ahead of him. Is it just because of what you've seen, or it seems crazy to go from a guy that you were talking about could give us wide receiver 1 numbers, which obviously didn't happen, and that's fine. But that's a big jump for a guy that I know you still believe in Jameson. We know that, and that's good. But Quentin Johnston. That's a big change for me. Tell me why Jameson isn't.
Well, they're not. They're not far apart. It's just one guy. Yeah. They're both young players, and Quentin Johnston's just in a little bit of a better situation right now. I think Jameson Williams is a much better player, but I think Jameson Williams is a better player than a lot of the guys I have ahead of him.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted your philosophy on. I'm not trying to call that out.
I got you. I'm just explaining. So if Jameson Williams was to if he was to leave the Lions, then he would make a massive jump for me.
Okay.
It's just shown that they don't intend on using him the way that they thought they were going to use him, or the way they spoke about using him. So it's one of those things where it's a projection coming into the season, and you make adjustments. And adjustments. So
I want to correct you that I was not high on Jamo. I had him 23 in the offseason, which I don't think was very high.
My fault.
Yeah, I was high on him coming out, but that fell off for me with the usage and the just the dumb crap he's pulled in his career. That's
Jesse,
another
I
player.
had him at 20.
But you spoke of him very highly in the offseason. You did love the chance of him taking a jump.
Well, yeah, I had him at 20. That's what I'm saying. Austin's not wrong. I was really, really high on him. It's just not. I was wrong. It didn't work out.
Well, I think Mike brought up the exact reason last week. It's because they're not throwing the ball.
Yeah.
It's similar to, on a much worse scale, the Panthers passing offense. It's not that it's not bad, but they're not throwing the ball. I mean, the Lions are a lot more efficient, but they're just not throwing the ball.
And I just don't think it's as good. The offense isn't just quite as good,
Yeah,
as it was last year.
Yeah. It's just so bad. Like he can't have this many stretches of, it's not just the receptions, it's the targets now. We're talking about he's probably going to end the season with, I mean, what, like 65 targets, 70 targets at this pace?
Oof. Yeah, it's rough.
Like it's going to be bad, like really, really bad.
But
And not just for his stock as a fantasy player, but also, league wide. I think some players are going to salivate at the talent that he has, but I don't think the market's going to be as wide for him if he doesn't replicate the season he had last year.
Well, it's absolutely something I brought up in the offseason that this offensive coordinator could absolutely prefer to use the tight end. And Laporta is getting a lot more run this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jameson's not going anywhere, so they just signed him to that long extension.
Right.
Oh, I forgot about the extension.
Yeah. So,
right.
But
That's
I mean,
why
they
it's
did
so
have
weird.
they did
That's
have
what's so
the they
weird.
did have the trade talks and everything.
Yeah.
Or the trade rumors pop up quite a few times now. I don't imagine that he's going to accept the role that he's in right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Get a little louder.
Who's up, Mike?
Yeah. This is my last one of players we haven't discussed. Moved Rome up from 16 to 10. Just really like his role this season. Obviously, he's coming off a 0-point game and a game where they had 600 yards of offense, which you want to talk about outlier. I think that's about the biggest outlier there is.
He dropped a touchdown in that game.
Yeah.
But
So
he only had 2 targets? Isn't that right?
3, I think.
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah. So obviously, I guess the Bengals were just doing everything to try to stop him. Maybe I don't know. They didn't want to cover anyone else.
Well, yeah, they do have one really good corner.
Yeah. So, but I just think he's elite, and like we talked about with DJ Moore, I think he'll be more than likely gone after this season. So, one way or the other. So, I just think he's elite, and he's shown it. So, what I hope for.
He went from 18 to 10 for me. I was the lowest on the pod because not knowing what the Bears would do, and I guess looking back, believing in DJ Moore, his talent level there. But yeah, I mean, just seeing what he's done, and kind of like Chad said, admitting when you're wrong and adjusting. He looks like the best receiver there, and most weeks they feature that. So you hope it still comes. I don't like seeing his dad posted on Twitter talking about throwing my son the ball and stuff. Like, that's a red flag for me, and hopefully it doesn't cause any
It wasn't
issues in the
just
locker
throwing
room.
my son the ball; it was trade my son away.
Yeah, to a team that will throw him the ball.
Yeah.
Which
Which
I
is
mean,
nuts.
it's not even the only thing that he's posted about. Yeah, it's not good. So hopefully that doesn't get into the locker room and cause issues. But I mean, the talent's undeniable at this point.
Isn't it crazy? Because he's always been, such in his collegiate career, and then coming into the NFL, he's always
Super
been
professional.
such a team player,
Yeah.
and so professional. And just for that to happen, I hope. I mean, if it's the dad being the mouthpiece for what Rome wants to say, so be it. But I hope it's not one of those things where a parent is just stepping over the line and speaking for his child, which
Can't pick your
pretty
family.
shameful.
Yeah. I mean, I will say over the last 4 games, he only has 11 catches.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I mean, but he's coming off a high target 100-yard game.
Correct.
That, so.
But the 2 games before that, he had 11 total targets between 2 games. So, that isn't his ideal, especially, I mean, he's almost 100% snap share. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, week 6, Caleb had 17 completions. Week 7, he had 15 completions.
Yeah.
So it's not really much to go around at that point. A player has to get every single one of those targets to be an alpha
Look
wide receiver
decent.
one. So yeah.
And
But-
we know that Ben Johnson is going to play matchup based football. So
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
going to be games that Rome's not prioritized.
Yeah, and there's going to be games where Caleb's going to suck.
That too.
Which happens
wonder-
every other week. So
I wonder what this
I
would
was
look
gonna
like
say half the season.
if we just had an adult running the show, rather
Yeah.
than this kid running around.
I do like what I'm seeing out of Caleb. Though. I think there's
You
a lot of
can't not
promising
watch
stuff
last
there.
week and not be excited about what can happen. I mean, there's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
if you are, you're just a hater at this point. I'm sorry. Like
a
that
lot
was
of promising stuff.
very
No, it was
good
exciting.
football.
It
That
was a great game.
Yeah,
was a
that
great
was
game.
very good quarterbacking.
I mean, you do have to a huge grain of salt. Like Cincinnati.
I mean,
is
it's just a
just
game, of course.
legitimately the worst defense in football. They're worse than Miami. They don't even have the ability to like nut up and get some pride and play a good game. They just don't.
Yeah.
That last game, that last play to Loveland was just. I mean, I felt good for the Bears because they should have had that game won anyway. But man, that was just.
Yeah.
There's no words. There's no words for how sloppy that tackling is.
I'll give my second to last riser, and that was Puka. I was the
Mm.
lowest coming in on the season. I had him at 9, and he's up at 2 for me.
Nice.
I don't really see a reason not to. He's just absolutely dominant every week and has been for the majority of his career at this point. So, other than the Stafford thing I brought up a month or so ago about being my one worry, outside of that, it's just automatic week in, week out.
Yeah, I got him up at 3, so I'm there with you.
Man, I don't know, guys. I saw him last season, and seeing him this season. If he wasn't Puka Nacua, like if he wasn't drafted where he was, if he was drafted where JSN was, or had the hype of JSN coming into the league, he'd be everybody's wide receiver 1.
Yeah, he would be
He's-
mine right now if it wasn't for Stafford. It's just
Yeah.
Stafford for me.
Yeah. He's incredible. He is absolutely incredible. I think he's one of those players that for me, I think maybe Jesse and I were both had him. I think we're both pretty high. Yeah, me and Jesse both had him at 5 coming into the season, and I think Jesse, you only moved him at 1 spot.
I moved him
Is that
down,
right?
didn't I?
You
Yeah, I
moved
was
him
about to
down?
say he's down to 7
Oh.
for you.
Yeah,
wow.
Man.
I can't even defend it. It's
Okay.
It's just where he landed. I love him. He's great. I think he's even gotten even better this year. I don't know. The players above him I like more. I don't.
Never mind. My monologue is all messed up then. So no, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's if you watch him, like if you just watch the Rams, you see a player that is the best at his position in the entire league. He is incredible. So I don't care who the quarterback is. I think he's going to produce. I think he's a quarterback-proof player. It sucks that Stafford's not long for the Rams. I do think that I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to McVay and
I was gonna
whoever
say,
they
good thing
pick
the coach is. Yeah.
to replace him. But I'm also going to give Puka the benefit of the doubt as well and say he's one of those guys, kind of like Nuke Hopkins, where it just doesn't matter. He's that good. Malik Neighbors, just that good. Like some of these guys, it just doesn't matter. They're going to be in the top 5 no matter what.
That's fair. Yeah, you want me to put him up to 1 is what it sounds like.
It's hard with Chase. It's hard with
so
Chase
hard.
and Burrow, but
It is so hard.
but yeah, I have him at 2, so I don't knock you for that.
I mean, I can't move Jefferson or Lamb down.
I
can't
can.
move Neighbors
Jefferson
or
for me
ASN
with
or
that
ARSB.
situation.
I think my top 7 receivers are all tied.
Yeah, I mean,
All
it felt
tied.
like a tier
Yeah.
of 7. For me, that is 1 tier.
Yeah.
1 through 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot muddier than it was coming into the
Yeah.
season. That's for sure. Which is a good thing. I think a lot of positions are a lot muddier than they
Oh,
were
yeah.
coming into the season. This has been a very odd year,
Yeah.
which is great because it was a really good year to have your own opinions and not rely on consensus. And I think the people that
Agreed.
did that and they stuck to their guns and they said, hey, I think this player is talented. I think that talent's going to show through, whether that was Jackson Smith and Jigba, Roma Dunze, Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua, right? Like some of these guys that people were a little bit lower on just because of maybe the profile or the performance year one. If you stuck to your guns, you believed what you believed, you're reaping the benefits now.
Let's see. Do I have any more?
I have
Actually,
one
I'm going to forgo my last one just to hear Austin and Chad talk about Nico. What has you guys? So is it the injuries? Is it the quarterback? Is it the offense? It's not the player,
yes.
right?
Yes.
I was going to say the
It's
offense.
everything
I
you
witnessed
said.
firsthand, and yes, it is. It's bad.
Okay.
It is really bad. And now
mean-
that Stroud is out, I mean, probably concussions to 1 week, but it is a little bit baffling.
And he also just hasn't been that good this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I had these guys all in a big tier after that main tier, so he just went to the bottom of it for me. It's kind of because of the production with the age, about to be 27. A lot of these guys are 22, 23, 24,
Nico?
producing better. Yeah,
He's about to be 27. Yeah,
yeah.
he's the
really.
he's the
Yeah,
only
came out
player
so
in that
old,
tier I do not want on my roster at all. Like I just don't want him at his value. I if anybody wants to give me fair value for Nico, if you're in a league with me, and you see I have Nico Collins, send me a fair trade. I'll take it.
Wow.
And I get it. I also do believe that he can turn it on at any given moment because he is that level of player. But what we've seen so far with the age there, it is quite worrisome. I know one of my bold predictions before the season is he would be wide receiver 1 on the season. So obviously I believed he could do it. It just hasn't turned out at all.
Yeah, I mean he's as close to wide receiver 1 as he is to wide receiver 100.
Almost.
So yeah,
He's
that was
30,
a bit of
35.
hyperbole,
But
but
you're
yeah.
not far off. That's the problem.
Here's the thing, right? It's the AJ Brown conversation. Do I think Nico Collins is a talented player? Yes. Do I want anything to do with that talent? No. Because the window for him to turn it around is, as Austin was saying, that window is shortening and shortening and shortening to the point where if you're left holding the bag, you're donezo. That's your value. You're never seeing again. So for me, I don't want to be that guy. I'm taking fair value. Maybe he turns it around. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that he will. But let's say even this season he sucks, and the next season he turns it on again. You have a 27-year-old wide receiver that, at that point people are looking at in a different light than they were, at 25, 26 even. So I'm just not something I'm willing to take the risk on, especially at the value where you have other guys that you can get in on, like Marvin Harrison Jr., even George Pickens, Chris Olave, guys like that. I'd rather take the risk on those guys.
And that age really snuck up on me. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah, he came in older and then took 3 years to produce.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a hard look at that ranking.
yeah, it sucks because I felt like this was the year that we could have seen a huge boom from him. But now that age creeps in. So if he doesn't produce this year, like Chad said, he's never going to hit that ceiling in Dynasty. Never.
And it also sucks because we've seen, I think repeatedly, that if CJ Stroud gets protection, he lights teams up. He's a really good quarterback when he has time. And I don't mean like he has to be, pristine pocket, untouched, unpressured the whole game. He just has to have a chance. He has to just not be with Houston. Is that coaching staff are they going to keep their jobs?
Yeah, they'll keep one more
the
year.
defense is so good. Yeah.
They've been too successful their first 2.5 years as a team. They're not going anywhere this year, but I would assume this offseason their number one priority is getting the O-line figured out.
It better be.
When you're in a tough spot with a player, when you have contenders holding Nico Collins and he's going on the block. Yeah. I've seen that multiple times where contenders are putting him on the block. and he's not. He's playing.
Yeah.
Like, they just.
Yeah.
It's just at that point now. It's a tough situation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought with Surtain out this weekend, Nico would light up the Broncos, and he was not anything amazing. It was Dalton Schultz getting all the work. So
Wow. Yeah. He had Davis Mills.
Yeah. I mean, without Stroud, you have no confidence that somebody's
I'm
going to hit
pretty
a.
sure I went shopping at that mall, Davis Mills Mall, last weekend. as
Mills
well.
actually looked decent, believe it or not. He had a couple like longer drives. They just couldn't score in the red
Yeah,
zone.
but I mean, he's not going to be somebody that feeds a boundary receiver.
Yeah,
That's,
no,
that's the
He's-
issue.
He's
is
not a deep.
He
ball
may
guy
make
either.
offense work, but he's not going to feed Nico like
Yeah, that's
Stroud
true.
can
Yeah, he doesn't have that kind of arm.
or talent.
Yeah.
My last riser was Jordan Addison.
Mm.
He went from 28 to 21. I don't remember what he did this week, so I could sound stupid, but the last 12 games before this past week that JJ and Addison had played together, Addison had outscored him in 8 of 12 games.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal, and it's why I dropped Justin Jefferson from 1 to 4. Addison's too good of a player not to demand targets. It's pretty much that simple. He was coming out of college. He was one of those players that created separation, typically always caught the ball and made something after he caught it, and he's doing the exact same thing in Minnesota. So he just demands too many targets for me not to be a safe wide receiver 2. And the good thing is you can get him at wide receiver 3 pricing.
Yeah.
He doesn't cost that wide receiver 2 price. He costs a first, and you're getting better production than that more weeks than not.
A first?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he costs much more than that. I mean, maybe a
wouldn't
first and a player that somebody
Nah,
likes.
I wouldn't pay a first for Addison.
Oh, you're crazy.
You're a year behind, buddy. Like
Yeah,
that's his price.
Then I have all
It's-
the Addison I need.
He's looked so good. He's looked so good since he's come back.
Yeah. The
I
worry
was-
is McCarthy. I do want to state that.
Yes.
The worry is McCarthy.
That's my problem. That's why I'm not paying a first. There's going to be weeks where there's nothing.
But there hasn't been. That's the thing. Is I mean, he's like we've had the the kind of slowdowns where we see him get 4 targets a game, but he's just such a big game player, like a big play gamer.
There you go.
Nice. That he's liable to either score a touchdown because he's so good in the red zone, or he can get that one big play. That's going to get you a little bit of a set of chunk yardage there. So I like him. I like his floor a lot. He's exactly what I thought he would be coming into the season. I think I had him 22.
Yep, you did.
And I
So
moved
right
him
around
up
there.
one spot. Yeah, I moved him up one spot. So exactly what I thought he would be is what he is. I really, really like him. And I think if McCarthy does work out and they just start throwing more, that's the missing component. He can see a pretty decent value spike from here too.
Yeah, just two catches for 48 yards this week.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even in the down weeks, he's going to have those big chunk plays because that's the kind of player he is.
I guess, I have him one spot above Ricky Pearsall, who I would give a first for. So I guess in theory, I'd give a first for Addison.
Oh man, I'd take Addison over Pearsall all day, personally.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that sold me
Pearsall's
was
not
the stat with him and JJ is he's outproducing JJ more weeks than not when they're playing together. I mean, there can be different variables, sure. And like I said, McCarthy is the big question mark here.
Yeah.
But he's just outproducing JJ, which of course a lot of that scheme and defenses, but that's how it's going to be. It's going to be that every week. JJ's too talented of a player for him not to earn targets.
Yeah, and when he says JJ, he's not talking about
McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
Talking about the JJ.
Yeah. I am at 27. I'm not quite as high on him as you. I just, in the past, I've seen him disappear for weeks at a time.
I mean, he's only a third-year player, so
This is the
Yeah.
thing, though. Like, I just don't. I see him always ranked in that range, 27, 28. He's never been a 27, 28 ranked player. Like he's always consistently finished above that. His PPR finishes are 23, 21, and then this year is looking like it's going to be better on a per game basis. He missed those 3 games, so it's going to be skewed. But he's one of the safer floor players in the league. as far as dynasty is concerned.
Yeah.
He's always in that, 15 to 21, 22 range.
So you'd rather have him over Pittman?
Yes.
For me on a championship roster, he is like the perfect first flex. I have my hopefully 2 to 3 stud receivers, and then on my first flex spot every week is Jordan Addison.
Yeah, that's exactly what I see him as too.
Which is great for a winner. I mean, you can go by with him being your 2 or 3. Obviously, you got to have a really good roster outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, he is the perfect flex piece, which is a price of a first. I mean, that's one of them. He's 23, so he's going to cost.
Yeah. And for me, this is with the offense struggling, right? Like if the offense was to get better, like if JJ McCarthy was to work out or they were to move on and find somebody better, then I think there's room. I think there's room for growth. And that was my argument preseason was there's still room for growth with this player.
Yeah, because you had him and Jameson kind of like lumped together.
Yeah.
And I remember me saying I didn't agree with that, and one was right. You were dead on it, in my opinion, and one just hasn't worked out yet, which can.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the fear of those weeks at a time stretches where he disappears, and I lose confidence that I can even put him in my lineup.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's kind of how I viewed Devonta Smith at this point.
Yeah,
that's exactly who I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
feel like I've always felt those two were like interchangeable. With
very similar player, not really similar style players, but
no,
very
Similar
similar.
situation.
just similar situation, production.
Yeah,
hit or
one's just
miss,
4
yeah.
years younger at this point.
Wow.
Well, and I think the only difference for me is that two differences: the age that Austin just said, and then also the surprise factor of the offense. Like we don't know what the Vikings offense is yet. Like there is, as much as people want to discount JJ McCarthy at this point, there's still room for growth there.
Oh yeah.
With the Eagles, I just never see them being a pass dominant offense where Hurts is going to go out there and throw the ball 40 times a game. I just don't envision that ever happening.
Yeah, agreed. What could happen though is if AJ Brown were to leave and you were to get a lesser wide receiver, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Which he's definitely talented enough to do.
Yes,
be the wide receiver.
He's a 1
on the team. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Devonta Smith is a 1.
Absolutely.
He's one of those guys that if you're asking somebody who's never played Dynasty before, if you're showing them your Dynasty list and they're looking at Devonta Smith, they're looking at you crazy because he is a stud.
Yeah,
he's a stud.
Absolutely.
So,
anybody got anybody else? I have one
That's
more
it for me.
I wanted to bring up, but I'm probably gonna look stupid at this point, but I'm gonna bring him up because that's how I had him. Marvin Harrison Jr. I had at 10. He's at 15 now, and it's kind of within the same tier, but Jacoby Brissett is not the answer there. So, if that's, he may be exciting this year, but I have some question marks about what it's going to mean for the future with that offense. And there's just a lot of questions there. So, he went from the top of that second tier towards the bottom now. And just a little bit of a worry for me there.
I actually moved him up 1 from 14 to 13 just because he looks good. I think he looks like a good player, where last year he didn't always look like a good player. I just think he's taken the step forward with consistency in his own play, even though his quarterback play is inconsistent. I think he looks great and he's getting separation. He made a receiver or defender fall down in the end zone the other night. That's
over his own 2 feet.
Did you see Lamb's face like when they did the
when he watched it on the Jerry board or whatever?
Yeah. He's an interesting case because I think he's at the point now where this is the buy window again. Just with this guy, this is the buy window because for me, the Cardinals are coming to the realization that Kyler is not the guy. I think they've dabbled with the idea in the past. We've heard the trade rumors of him potentially, them moving on from him and trying to get something for him. I think we're getting closer and closer to that point. I think they're done. I think they're seeing Brissett move that offense. Brissett's not the answer, but they're looking at what the Colts did with Daniel Jones. They're looking at other, comparable players that maybe in better situations are doing better, like Baker's and the Sam Darnolds, and saying, hey, we've got to find a guy that can elevate an offense. I think the Cardinals are a good enough situation to where a player shouldn't be struggling the way Kyler is. When that move is made, all that to say, when the move is made, I think the hype is going to be crazy. When they make a move at quarterback, Marvin Harrison's going to be unobtainable again because he is
showing a good quarterback.
flashes.
But
yeah, or rookie. That's the thing. Like it's just got to be some kind of
rookie.
unknown factor or some kind of promising, talent. So that's the thing with me is I think people are seeing enough to where if a change is made, it's going to get pretty hypey. It's going to get pretty hypey, which is some of the stuff that I look for sometimes in these players, because then you can move on from them if you want to.
Yeah, I think the only way it gets worse than Brissett in people's minds is if Kyler stays and they start playing him again.
Yeah. I mean, the whole offense just looks so much better with Brissett.
And
this has got to be the last straw.
He's not even good. He's just serviceable.
He's a great backup.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying
he's
to
a
say.
good backup. I mean, he's not.
I mean,
good.
he looked awful last year in New England.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like.
Well, I mean, I think
it's situation,
90%
right?
of quarterbacks would look awful in that New England offense.
Well, not Drake May.
I mean, he didn't look great last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten more pieces since then too.
He's got Diggs now.
Yeah, he got Diggs.
O-line.
Throw more to Diggs, guys. What's going on? Like, he looks phenomenal for like 5 catches a game, and that's all they give him.
Did you see Cardi B was sitting next to Robert Kraft?
Yeah. What a pairing. It's New England's Taylor Swift.
I was like, that's what I was going to say. I was like, oh, man, are we going to have the new Cardi B cam and Taylor Swift cam? I need the Chiefs to play the...
I like this duo better. I don't know why. I just do.
That is perfect, too. She is the New England Taylor Swift.
I like it better.
She is the Boston Taylor Swift.
I think Cardi B's more entertaining than Taylor Swift is. We'll see.
Hot take.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh, gross.
I don't listen to that kind of music. I have no idea. I don't. This is crazy, but I don't know a Taylor Swift song. Like if one came on, I wouldn't know it.
And my wife listens to it, so I know. But
her Eras tour was pretty impressive.
We got a Swiftie here, guys. Careful.
I'm not a big Swiftie.
He's ready to jump out the window.
I'm not a big Swiftie, but when you look at the sets and
he's like, I will burn this podcast to the ground.
That's what
I'm just saying, I've never seen a musical concert like what the Eras tour was, and I regret not being able to go.
She's a multi-billionaire. I mean, that doesn't.
What does that have to do with talent and show and spectacle?
Everything, because you can just buy the stuff to look good.
but you're that way because you're good, Austin. Like, it's not just an accident.
I mean, sure it is.
Oh god.
I respect the game of Taylor Swift. Like,
I think we need to stop talking about Taylor Swift because I only live 50 miles away from Mike, so I'm the first one he's coming for.
That's perfect
at this point. Yeah,
at least we'll know ahead of time.
Burning my house down first, so we need to stop here.
I'm not that kind of Swiftie. And I could care less for Travis. Publicly. So yeah,
Mike, if you get a chance, look up. Since we're in the overtime at this point, if you get a chance, look up. They did an SNL sketch about the K-pop demon hunters. It's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
I watched
if they were just like in real life hanging out with people.
Did you see the video I sent y'all of George Kittle freaking jamming out jamming out during the game? And he loves it. And I love George Kittle, so I'm here for it. Good taste.
Taylor Swift and K-pop propaganda will never end with Mike.
There we go. They'll do a collab. I can see it now.
I believe it.
We've been watching Nurse Jackie this week.
Oh,
I missed it in its first run. It is weird watching Carmela Soprano as such a pillhead. I mean, she is an addict, and she'll do anything to keep it going and lie and cheat and steal whatever it takes, just like an addict, man. It's a fun show to watch, but at the same time, it's hard to watch Carmela go through all this.
Yeah, it's like the less successful House.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's
never
actually a
seen
really
House?
good comparison.
No, I'm not really a medical drama kind of guy.
Oh, House is great. That's one you should
is
watch.
really
That's a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
probably the best medical show ever made.
Okay,
House is awesome.
I'll check it
Yeah.
out. Maybe.
Probably not, but it's okay.
If
I
the
could
wife,
see Chad acting like House if he was a medical doctor.
Yeah,
With
heck
some of
yeah,
his sense of
man.
humor and stuff. Yeah.
Heck yeah, House is awesome, dude. He's a mentor.
I hope not.
kind of like Ryan was in
Chemistry.
biological chemistry.
Biological
Organic.
chemistry. Organic, yeah, close.
Yes.
Organic, biological.
Yeah, same thing.
Synonymous.
Oh, and Father Intantola is on that show too. You know, the guy
Yeah.
that Carmelo almost slept with.
Yep.
There's something about him that is just so creepy. I don't know. If it's his face or whatever, or the way he acts. The fact that he stalked out her husband and became friends with him and
Yeah.
inserted himself. He's creepy to me.
Yeah. I haven't watched that show in a long time. It was a yeah, I just remember it being pretty decent.
Yeah, good show. That's all I got. Oh, we went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show on Halloween.
Nice.
I hated it. I fell asleep 3 times.
I've only seen it on other TV shows, like when other people on TV shows go to watch it, and it seems like something I will never do.
Yeah.
I tell my wife all the time, I don't like musicals. I just don't. If you're
neither.
singing when the plot could be advancing, then I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm a big
Outside of, like,
musical guy. So
That's why you're a Swiftie. We get it. We get it.
I mean, I saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway when I was in high school.
Ah,
so
Broadway's the best.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
where,
that's pretty
that's where
cool.
it started me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I saw
I'm not
Book
gonna
of
knock that
Mormon.
one.
Book of Mormon was
Yeah,
the
I
only
remember you
thing I
told me
saw
about that. Yeah.
on,
But no, I mean, I'm seeing Wicked Part 2 later this month, and my girls are stoked. Like, they are ecstatic about it.
yeah, my notes on the first Wicked were that would have been a pretty good movie without all that singing.
Yes, I made it like 4 minutes, literally 4 minutes into the movie, and I was like, they started the second song without any plot happening, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, that's enough.
Drives me
So you
I
guys
cut
have
it
never
off.
watched like Les Mis? Did we already talk
Oh,
about
Les Mis
this?
is great.
I watched the
This is-
non-musical version of Les Mis.
Oh,
There's
that's right.
a
We did talk
non-musical
about this.
version.
Yes, there is. It's pretty good, actually.
Like Hugh Jackman and Eddie Redmayne, and oh man, it's so good.
Hugh Jackman can't really sing though, so it's interesting.
I was gonna say,
Yes,
he's-
he can.
Wolverine's a singer.
What? He's on Broadway. The Greatest
Broadway
Showman.
because
He
he's
was
Hugh Jackman.
fantastic. He can sing.
No,
I've never made it.
He's not He's not Broadway level. He's not Broadway level. I'm sorry.
gonna
I just
strongly disagree.
he's the weakest part of Les Mis.
Austin, let's see if you're if you're
Oh.
totally with me. I've never made it. Through
Okay, he's
more
not.
than-
Russell Crowe is the weakest part of Les Mis. I don't even want to hear you.
Oh yeah,
Hugh
Russell Crowe was
Jackman
pretty
there, like,
bad. Yeah,
That was awful.
but Russell Crowe is also Russell Crowe. So
Well, you just said the same thing about Hugh Jackman.
yeah, but Russell Crowe is different. Russell Crowe is there because he's Russell Crowe.
Austin, do you like The Nightmare Before Christmas?
It's
My
growing
family
on me.
loves it.
When Hannah showed it to me for the first time and I didn't like it, I've since watched it 10 times with her because that's how that goes.
My kids love it.
It's growing on me. It's getting better the more I watch it.
I can't make it. I've never made it through the first song. I hate
There's
it.
songs in that movie.
I mean, it's a lot of
There's
it's a
not
half
songs in that
musical.
movie.
It's like a half.
That's
musical.
all.
I
it's
watched
all
it as like a
songs.
5-year-old, and I just I barely remember the like outlines of the characters.
Hmm.
Boogeyman
So-
creeped me out so much as a kid. I don't know how my kids
The
aren't
Oogie Boogie?
terrified of it. Oh yeah,
Oh, he's
I
awesome.
watched it when I was really little and terrified me. Like
Yeah,
whole-
like, it's growing on me, but the music part is kind of much.
I don't
like,
even know what that is because I've never made it that far.
Oogie Boogie's awesome.
Ugh, I can't stand that first song. It drives me
Yeah.
crazy.
The first song is honestly might be the worst song in the whole movie.
It's a good way to start.
I
It's a
don't
good
know. I
movie,
feel
though.
like it's the
It's
most
getting better.
iconic song of the movie, though.
Yeah, but it is like by the end of the song, I'm like, all right, you can end now. Like
You're done that.
Go
I mean,
ahead,
they do say
like,
the
go
same
ahead.
thing over way.
Yeah,
It's like,
go
This
ahead.
is Halloween, like
Yeah.
over and over and over on repeat.
Mhm.
Now my musical's like Lion King. Like that's my
Yeah,
level of
I like The
musical.
Lion King.
Lion King on
Yeah.
Broadway was great.
Never
Again,
done
though.
that, but
I like the one where they didn't sing as much.
they have that.
Yeah.
The cartoon one, yeah. They don't
Yeah,
sing
the
as
They
much.
sing.
cartoon
Yeah,
one.
they do. They sing there.
Yeah, they sing.
That's what I meant anyway.
bit,
By the
yeah.
way,
Oh,
like
okay.
that was what I meant by
Oh,
my
Chad's
level of
talking about the
musical.
Broadway one. Yeah, it's,
Oh no, I've never seen a musical live. Like
It's
a
a, I
real
mean,
one.
it's a great. It's a great. No, if you,
It's a
like
cool
legitimately,
experience.
if you ever get a chance to go to Lion King on Broadway, it's really good.
I would
Yeah.
go to one to say I did for
Yeah,
sure.
Hamilton's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when I saw Phantom, like stuff that they were actually able to do on stage, visual effects wise,
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
cool.
"Whoa, this is crazy! Like, how do you do this?"
Yeah.
Looks
I mean,
like
I
it
love
should be a
seeing
movie.
talented people do talented things. So like I would
Yeah.
like it. It's just musicals aren't really my cup of
Yeah.
tea.
Yeah.
It's
Hamilton
definitely
was-
it's like hockey, right? Like you watch it on TV, you're like, oh, this sucks, and then you go in person, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There is
I
such
get it.
a disparity between hockey live and on TV.
Yeah, it's like a
just
different sport.
So good live.
It's a different sport. Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can feel the board shaking and stuff. It's great.
One of my really good friends, he's the biggest Tampa Bay Lightning fan ever, and I used to watch games with him like in his garage growing up. I'm like, bro, like I'm gonna end our friendship. This is this is awful. And then he paid for me to go because I kept refusing to go to a Lightning's game, and I think it was like they were in the playoffs or something, and it was one of the best sporting experiences I've ever had. It was freaking awesome. If you ever get the chance to go to a legitimate hockey game in the NHL, just do it.
I need to go to a
fantastic.
Hurricanes game. They're 45 minutes for me, and I haven't been since I was a kid.
Yeah,
Nice.
I went when I was living in North Carolina. I went to one. Fans were super nice, and granted, they did kick our butts, but that game. But it was a really cool experience. My son loved it.
I'm a former Flyers fan. I don't mess with that stuff anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably bring it up. I watched the new season of The Witcher without Henry Cavill, and it is not great with
I refuse.
the other Hemsworth brother. It is not. No, it was a waste. When the season ended, I was just like, okay. So like, I'm
That
just
sucks.
ready to move on, which really was disappointing to me. So, I didn't
Yeah.
think he was like awful, terrible, but I was just like, I don't know. It just some of the other acting really sucked in it too. So I was like, yeah, this TV show's really gone downhill.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I'm catching up on not catching up, but I'm rewatching Stranger Things. in
I just started with my
anticipation.
son
Yeah.
because he wants to watch it for when the new one comes out. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Yep.
just started, and it's good watching it again. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
forgot
such a
all
Isn't it so funny how much of the plot you forget? You're like, like, oh wait, this happened in this season.
Oh my!
We're at like
Okay.
episode 2, and a guy gets shot in the head, and my son's like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome to Stranger Things."
Yeah, it is such a good show. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah, I'm excited for the last season.
Me too.
I'm pretty stoked.
Oh, it's the senior living years, right? They moved
Well,
into
they're
the
gonna
retirement
be-
homes.
Nah, I mean, they're
What?
gonna be like he's saying
Oh,
because it took them
that's
so
a joke.
long.
Millie
Yeah.
Bobby Brown has a kid.
Huh?
Does she? No.
No,
Yes,
she does not.
she adopted a child.
Okay.
Oh my god!
She's old enough to adopt a child.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she's
I mean,
22.
she's old enough for a celebrity adoption.
Are
because
they gonna
she's
change her
rich
name
out of
to-
her mind?
Are they going to change her name to like 47 on the show
Yeah.
to match her age?
No, so I think it was my dad. I was when Stranger Things first came out, and I kept telling him, I was like, "Oh, you gotta check this show out. It's called Stranger Things." Kept telling him, "Check it out, check it out, check it out." Finally, he watches it, and he watches a movie called The Stranger, and apparently it's terrible. And so he comes back to me, and he's like, "That was awful." And I was like, "What do you? Oh, how is that awful, man?" And it's got the '80s vibe. He's like, "What are you talking about? None of this happens in the '80s." And I'm like, "Okay, there's some kind of
No.
disconnect going on here." And it took us a while to figure it out. But he watched some movie that was like really
That's
bad.
awesome.
Apparently, I don't know what it's called.
I watched Primal Fear for the first time with Richard Gere.
Oh,
I'd never seen it.
that's a good movie.
It was really good.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Nice.
That was a good one.
Now you got to move on to Cape Fear, and then there's just Fear, Those are all good movies.
Are you playing with me or?
No, I'm serious. They're all 90s movies. There was a whole fear genre of movies in the 90s, and they're all good.
Okay. I'll do it then. Yeah, that was really good. Great plot twist. Great story. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, definitely should watch it.
Nice. Yeah, I have. Yeah, great movie.
I knew you had. You were like 30 when it came out, so.
Yeah. Young Ed Norton's in it.
Yeah, yeah. Sure enough.
Always fun seeing him.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else?
That is all. I'm glad we kept it to
Nope.
an hour. We did good.
We did not.
Oh,
It's-
one more thing. I got to shout out my 2K boys. They've been listening, so I appreciate them.
Oh,
Nice.
Guys, I played
Nice.
Shout
2K
out.
with. What's up,
What's up?
guys?
Awesome.
I was a 2K boy, but I got cut because I
So
sucked.
you just quit getting on. That was the problem.
The invitations just stopped coming. And I was like,
I know.
I kept missing the threes. That's what did me in.
All right, y'all. We have a new intro coming. It didn't happen this week. Technical stuff, but we have a new outro. So this has been the front office, and enjoy the new music from our boy Jamie Puig.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the front office. The lights are low, the boards are lit, and the dynasty clock is ticking. From the heart of the startup draft to the championship throne, one crew rules the long game. Give it up for the undisputed architects of empire, Dynasty Front Office! Sycamore! Time for... Let's build! In the war room where the drafts ignite, Jesse Schneeman steps up to the mic. Horse with the vision, sharp as attack, building empires from the startup pack. From trade bangers weekly, it breaks them down fine. Oh, flip a dump, Jesse's got the line. Dynasty fever in his veins, he proclaims. With Brown 4 chatting, but here he runs the games. Dynasty front office stacking the squad. Jesse, Austin, Chad, Mike, giving the nod. Rookie Mox running back, ranks quarterback, runs in the night. Trade philosophy flowing, we own the fight. From locker room talk to fantasy streets, professors' wisdom, Mendoza's heat. Championship blueprints, long-term we scheme. Front office forever, living the dream. Into Austin Bell, new blood in the fray. Co-host supreme, lighting up the play. Dynamic debater with strategies bold. Youth versus vets, he's got stories untold. Mocking startups, planting flags on the rookies by low whispers. When the market gets cookie, from waiver wire wins to installation calls. Austin's got the vision breaking through the wall. Chad Mendoza drops knowledge like a screen pass pop. Trade talk sizzling, he don't ever stop. Analyzing assets from tank to all-in swing. Sell high candidates to make the trade bell ring. Group chat heater with philosophies deep. Navigating the minefield where big dogs leap. Roster reshape for the long haul ahead. Chance to Mendoza making rivals see red. Professor Mike Casper, the brain of the show. Wisdom distilled where the deep dive flow. Top-notch coverage, player values he weighs. From trade room wars to championship days. Ohio State backs, he maps every route. Texas talents, Casper's got the scout. Lock onto the margins, flip moves with finesse. Mike's the professor, schooling the rest. Together they mock 2 rounds or more. Preseason ranking settle in the score. Technical glitches, they push right on through. Making the world better for me and you. Dynasty front office, the brand that's known from year one builds to the dynasty throne. No lopsided deals, just pure strategy gold. Front office fam story still unfold. Dynasty front office stacking the squad. Jesse, Austin, Chad, Mike giving the nod. Rookie Mox running back, ranks quarterback, runs in the night. Trade philosophy slowing, we on the fight. From locker room talk to fantasy streets. Professors' wisdom, Mendoza's heat. Championship blueprints, long-term we scheme. Front office forever, living the dream. Dynasty crew. The board's gone dark, the trades are sealed. Rosters locked, the future revealed. Jesse signs off with a smirk and a nod. Dying fool forever, go in your squad. Austin hits send on the final mock. Chad's last heater just rang the clock. Professor Casper closes the book. One last lesson, take one last look. Hold the line, flip the script, stack the chips. Let it rip! Thanks for listening.